Trump also met with China's president to discuss ways to stop North Korea's nuclear program. Addressing the Middle East, President Trump said an American Patriot anti-missile system knocked out a missile fired at Saudi Arabia from Yemen. The Saudis said the Iranian-backed Houthi rebels launched the missile at one of its international airports. The Saudis charged the missile firing could be considered an act of war. It's the latest sign of trouble between the two major countries of the Middle East. Before the missile strike, Lebanon's prime minister resigned, something Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu warned is a wake-up call to the world and another sign of Iran's desire to dominate the Middle East.
When Israelis and Arabs, and it's all the Arabs and the Israelis, agree on one thing, people should pay attention. We should stop this Iranian takeover.
Netanyahu spoke to the BBC after Lebanese Prime Minister Saad Hariri's surprise resignation over fear of a possible assassination attempt. Hariri resigned in a televised address from Saudi Arabia, a longtime U.S. ally that's spearheading the Arab world's campaign against Iran. He accused Iran of making a regional power grab and that Iran's powerful Lebanese proxy Hezbollah had taken over his country.
The fact that Hariri said the truth about Iran and Hezbollah is very important.
This is a clear reaction to the encroachment of Iran in the region.
Hezbollah is part of the Lebanese government, but also has more than 100,000 rockets pointed at Israel. Thousands of its soldiers also fight for Iran's ally, Syrian President Bashar Assad.
We have to admit, Lebanon is not a state. It's a unique creature which is run by Hezbollah, and Hezbollah is run by Iran. So at the end of the day, it's an Iranian tool in the Middle East, not just against Israel, but in the Middle East.
Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah accused Saudi Arabia of pushing the prime minister to resign. Hariri has led Lebanon's coalition government for about a year.
He's a Saudi citizen and he spent many of his years in Saudi Arabia, but he tried at least to work with Hezbollah. He understood there is no way to work with Hezbollah. Either you are completely under their influence or you don't have any right to exist.
Professor Ephraim Inbar of the New Jerusalem Institute for Strategic Studies says there's only one way to deal with Iran.
Probably the only way to stop them is by use of force. I think the Prime Minister probably understands that the West has no intention whatsoever to get involved. And maybe what he does is trying to gain legitimacy for Israeli unilateral actions.
Israeli analysts believe the U.S. and the West won't take a stand against Iran, and it may be up to Israel to take care of the problem.